Mr. Speaker.
I call the Honourable Nanaia Mahuta. Tēnā koe, Ms Mahuta.
Mr. Speaker, it gives me great pleasure to be able to support the second reading of the Ngati Haua Claims Settlement Bill. Although it's not in my technical electorate boundary, it is within my tribal rohe. And I was very pleased to be able to attend the signing of this particular settlement at Rukumoana. And there was a strong air of anticipation that some great things can emerge from a very discreet and small settlement. The Ngati Haua settlement exists outside of the Waikato Raupatu boundary. Some of the key pillars for the settlement are around the tumuakitanga and its relationship to the kingitanga, and more importantly, the way in which Ngati Haua marae have organised themselves and their governance has been propelled by the expectations of having a settlement that can help them to develop their marae, their resources, look forward to see how they can optimise the value of other shareholding interests that they have within the Ngati Haua area. Ngati Haua is rich in history, rich in resource of its people and marae, and rich insofar as their some of the business farming activities that they are involved in. There are two components through the submission process that the committee turned its eye to. One was in relation to an objection, the only objection to the settlement, and we've mentioned that in the report with relation to the supporting of the tumuakitanga. We were very satisfied that nothing in this bill provides for the transfer of a payment to an individual. In fact, on ratification, tribal members themselves were informed that a component of this particular redress allowed for the support for the tumuaki and an institution to be able to achieve that. This is a really important part of the bill, albeit a small commentary from the Select Committee, because it would be right for tribal members to have a strong sense of objection if they felt in any way a particular individual benefited specifically from a treaty settlement. So I really want to assure members of the House that we put our minds to that objection. The second one was in relation to the transfer, I guess, of similar instruments that relate to those Waikato River iwi. And if members have an appreciation for the Ngati Haua region, some of the catchments feeding the Waikato River are inextricably linked to the Ngati Haua area. So what's happening now as a result of the river settlement is that catchment plans have been developed in conjunction with the Regional Council and Waikato Tainui iwi representatives to be able to provide for the more efficient, better management and care and protection of tributaries through catchment plans, thereby influencing the positive impact on the Waikato River. But here's a particular unique example in Ngati Haua, and this is how this settlement, I think, will build on greater stewardship and protection for our waterways. They have gone into a partnership with the Regional Council to be able to do something like the Clean Streams project, put up fences, plant along waterways, stop cattle from going into streams that have a high intrinsic value for Ngati Haua themselves, but also are important in terms of the network of streams within the Haua area. I can see that my colleague Tim McIndoe is very familiar with what I'm saying. The point of this is that to give effect to the instruments contained in the Waikato River settlement and to make clear that the Ngati Haua claims settlement allows that to be extended to their rohe, creates a, dare I say, excuse the pun, a streamlined effect for efficient management of waterways. And that's a good thing. I know that members of Ngati Haua are very excited about their settlement. I know that they're very appreciative of the government pursuing this with some vigour, because they understand in relation, I guess, to Waikato, they would be seen as a very small component part of Waikato. So to get their settlement on the table and through the House with such speed, they have an immense amount of gratitude to the government, and I feel compelled to be able to convey that to the government on their behalf. Mr Speaker, there are other aspects of the bill, but can I say, of all the settlement bills that we've heard at the end of last year and this year, this was probably the most efficiently managed bill, to the extent that all but one submission was against it. The ratification process was extensive. It was very clear how the components of the redress would be utilised. It has been very encouraging to see the growing attendance of the Ngati Haua people to their monthly meetings, and the way in which they've organised themselves. I think Ngati Haua have become a model for Waikato to that extent, where you can go to a meeting within Haua and they will have near on, for the size of the hapu, they will have near on 60 to 80 people turning up at Rukumoana for their monthly meetings. And I think that's a great hallmark of real development of people in their area. I don't have too much more to say, but can I commend the bill once again to members? Can I say, although it may be ruled inappropriate, it does concern me that members that are not represented on the Māori Affairs Select Committee see fit to attack treaty settlement legislation, and I would urge members who feel that they need to be on particular treaty settlement bills to actually have members on that select committee, albeit for each one. Thank you. Kia ora.
I call the